What's poppin'? Kings and queens. Welcome to another episode of the L.Y.T series. Me and my baby hairs welcome you. I am the creator. My name is Tiana. And the purpose of this show is to talk with the movers and shakers and the innovators, the black successful women of the 21st century that, I really feel is popping. Ooh! You tried it. Okay. Well, then, my guests are very eager to come on the show, as you can see, as you can hear. No, but these ladies are, they're amazing. They have a coffee shop / community space in Inglewood called Sip and Sonder. My bad. You know what, poetess? I'm going to get my shit together. I'm sorry. I'm talking to y'all into this camera. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and introduce our guests so we can get this show popping. Okay, so in no particular order, please welcome Shanita Nicholas, Amanda Jane Thomas, and Ashley Newby to the show. What's up, ladies? Hey. How you doing?
Good.
You're doing good. Blessed, booked, busy, and blessed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Busy and blessed. I love it.
So, how was you guys' week? How was your weekend? Has Sip and Sonder been busy? What else do you have going on? What's going on? Let me know.
The week's been good.
Okay.
As a starter.
That's okay.
It was a long week. It was a long week. All of us.
This is a week.
Yeah, so I just took the bar, the California bar.
Oh my God.
This past week. So that's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Look at you out here. Black girl
Made it through. Made it through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never would have made it, but I did.
Never would have made it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so we're waiting on that.
Yeah.
How long is the results going to be for you to figure out?
In May.
May? Okay.
Mhm, so I have
She'll be back
a
in
couple
May.
months. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
We're going to figure that. Yeah, we don't know yet. We don't know. We don't know. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So how y'all doing over there? What's been going on? What's popping?
It's been a busy week,
Didn't y'all have an event not too long ago?
Yeah, so we had our first, not first, but I guess, our first Sip and Sonder event for the year.
Okay, tell
on
me
Wednesday.
about it.
So that was Sonder Gallery.
It was Sonder Gallery.
So we wanted to have, Black History Month just ended.
Yes.
And on the 28th, we had Sonder Gallery to kick off what we are calling Black History Year.
Black History
Black excellence throughout the year,
that's what I'm
not just the
talking
month.
about.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. And first off, how y'all gonna give us the shortest month of the year anyway? They trying to play us.
That's not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence. How is Women's Month?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Every year we complain about it, but ain't nothing changed yet. So here we are.
Here we are.
Every other month has something.
Exactly. This is Women's Month. Thank you guys for being here for Women's Month.
Yes,
when did that happen though? When did Women's Month become a thing?
Probably around the bra burning time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after us, apparently. Essentially. Just saying.
The bra burning.
I was being very genuine.
I know you are.
She tried it.
She's like suffrage,
Yes.
Burning bra.
Suffrage for 300. Voting rights.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But,
See, you know what? We're just gonna leave it there. We're not even gonna pick that up.
Yeah.
We're just gonna leave it there. So before we get started with getting into you guys' story, I want to talk a little bit about. First off, shout out to my Glam Squad.
Glam Squad.
Glam Squad. Yeah. Shout out to my girl Erica that just did my braids today or whatever. And shout out to last week, Michaela, my makeup artist. Thank you so much for making me look like a queen of Wakanda, okay? Because you did your thing, girl. And Vanity, you always do all my makeup for my pre-recorded shows. So shout out to my Glam Squad. I love you guys. Thank you.
Glam Squad.
Okay, so I want to talk to y'all about... I'm not finna play with y'all. See, this is what kind of fabric. Make sure it's right over left. It's right over left.
Right over.
Everybody seen it? Wait a minute. Right?
Caught you slipping. I did. Changed it real quick.
She's not a part of. She's not a part of Wakanda. She's what happened? Did you see that? Did you guys catch Black Panther?
Oh, did we?
Thursday night.
Okay.
Of course.
Find out.
I was like, yeah.
Okay. So, what you guys? How did you feel about the movie overall? What was your takeaways from it? Did you just tell me how your overall reaction was?
It was just beautiful.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful
That's awesome.
to see.
Yeah.
the black people. It was beautiful to see the colors. It was beautiful to see the acting, the pride, everything. It was just great.
Yes, that black pride was strong.
That black pride
It was
crazy.
amazing.
Like
it was strong.
It was just a cultural moment.
Yes,
it was more. It wasn't so much about the movie.
Exactly. It was the spark.
It was about like everybody dressing up. It was about us all coming together. It felt like a big.
I came
family
out.
It's our Star Wars.
barbecue.
It is.
Like, we
it's
have
our Star Wars.
Like, let us
essentially.
have this.
Let us
Yes,
have it.
let
For
us
now
have
and
this.
forever.
Let us have
Y'all can
this.
show
please.
up.
Okay.
Y'all can show up too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Y'all can show up, but sit down.
But
Like,
sit
don't be
down.
trying to be
Like,
extra.
let us
Okay,
be.
this ain't your movie.
Let
It's
us
not for
pass
you.
the plate.
Sit down.
Sit
Please.
down. Have
to the
several
left.
seats. You see the Dodger Stadium over there? Pick one. Have several. They have a lot. Okay. So, all right, y'all. So something happened to me on Instagram like last week, and I want to get you guys' take on this. I want to take a little poll. Okay. So the topic is, how do you feel about someone asking for your services for free? Now,
do it.
let me tell you.
3 words.
3 words.
1 word.
Yes. So let me give y'all a little recap of what happened. So, you know, I'm on my Instagram doing my little 1-2 thing, boobity bop, whatever. I don't know where that came from. But I'm scrolling and somebody hits me up. They DM me and they're like, yo, your pics are dope. Like, we should do a shoot together. I'm just like, oh my gosh, okay, that's cool. Thank you. My rates start at such and such an hour. And, you know, we can go from there. They increase from there. And he was like, oh, no, I wasn't looking to spend any money. I got this really, thank you. I got this really dope photographer, and he, you know, does a lot of the celebrities, and, you know, I was just thinking we could do some work together. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I have a media production company and a full-service digital studio. I don't need any promo or photo or video. So if you're looking for a free model, I'm not the model for you.
Not it.
But thank you for your interest.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
And he was just like, I forget what he said, but literally, so like literally not even like 30 seconds after I told him this, right? He like writes a paragraph and screenshots it and posts it on his Instagram like, like I hate these people that always, and he said rappers on his post. And he's like, I hate these rappers that always want to be me to, you know, want me to pay them for features when, you know, we all out here trying to eat and this and that. And I'm just like, okay, last time I checked, Jay-Z pays his models, Kendrick pays his models, J. Cole pays his models, Trinidad James pays his models, A$AP Rocky pays his models, Rihanna pays her models. Anybody that has anybody in their video, 99.9% of the time, they're getting paid for their services. So it's also about the same. It's like it takes respect to get it. Like you want to be respected as a rapper and you want somebody to pay for a feature and respect you for your craft. It's the same thing. Modeling is the same thing, boo. Just because I'm cute don't mean that I do things for free. Everybody out here trying to secure a bag. Okay.
Everybody.
So yeah, and how so Instagram, I want to know how you was I wrong for the way that I approached her? How y'all feel? What do you think? Was I justified in my response? Are you like, girl, maybe you went a little too far?
No,
You
just
justified.
like,
I pretty much agree. You know, I think it's one of those things. It's like we all trying to hustle and do our things and, you know, level up.
Yes.
But like we have to support each other
Yeah.
financially as well to do that. You know, like if I respect your craft, I'm going to be willing to pay for it because I see value
Exactly.
there.
You see value.
So
Exactly.
I think where it comes in is
That's
not
what it
demanding something that's unreasonable
Right.
because you want, you know, and I think in part of leveling up that'll change, you know, that changes. But I
For
think
sure.
that no, like you have a value and
Yeah.
it's quality and you demand something for it. So
Okay.
and people should understand that.
Exactly.
'Cause they don't want their services to be free.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Why would you want
saying.
yours?
Like,
I mean, like there is a line of helping each other out for sure.
right.
Like,
For sure.
You know, like that's just what it is. But don't expect it.
Right.
Like,
That's
the
all I'm
expectation is
saying.
crazy,
The expectation is crazy. Like, it's on
crazy.
another
like,
level.
Oh, you thought this was gonna be free?
Right.
Like, first off, now I'm definitely not giving it.
Exactly. Like,
First
since you
off,
came in
no.
assuming.
Shoulda came in and said, "What's your fee?"
Yeah.
and then
we
could
couldn't
be like, you know
negotiate
what,
it.
I
could
we
be
can
like,
work
you
something
know,
out.
Exactly.
and then it could be like,
Exactly.
all right, you
Yeah.
know what, like, okay, you
got it this time.
You understand.
Yeah.
know
You
what I mean? And then
understand
we
this
could
is business.
You understand this is business, but you out here talking about, I thought we could.
He's like, oh, no, I wasn't trying to pay anything. That's what got me when he said that. I was like, oh, okay.
So you must have not.
I didn't know that was an option. Like, I didn't know I was out here giving people options and shit. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
well,
Like,
thank you.
we good.
Right, we good over here. Thank you.
It's enough for me, dog.
So yeah, you can stay salty. I'm not gonna give you no shine. You good. But anyways, I was just really wondering about that because I was just like, who does that? But anyway. So everybody, please know that you can call in, and I wanted to give you the number beforehand, and you can always call in pretty much honestly throughout the show if you have questions or anything like that. The number to call in is 323-293-3375. Okay, again, that's 323-293-3375. But okay, we're gonna go ahead and move right along here and get into these ladies and why they're actually here. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi. So, ladies, time to talk about you and get into your story. So, what I want you to do, just, give me a little bit of background about each of you and how you all came together first before you get into Sip and Sonder.
Okay.
There we go.
So
Yes,
the pre-Sip and
do it.
Sonder. So Shanita and I, we practiced together at a law firm in New York, and that's how we
right.
met.
Okay.
Way back in the day. Well, not,
She's
not that long ago.
I ain't
Like,
say
you
how
know,
long ago that was back in the day. So
5 or 2 years ago.
I know. There they go.
And became friends, and
Yeah.
we both left that firm and went on to different. Sheena moved out here. I was still in New York,
Yeah.
so we remained friends, and we kind of always would talk about our passions outside of practicing law. We're both attorneys, like
Got
by
you.
day.
Yeah. She said by day. All right, Clark Kent.
I know, right? Oh yeah.
Clark Kent day.
And now
We are owners.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of, just kept in contact, and really just one of the things that was just a driving force in us, continuing to kind of be close was our passion for doing something more than just working in corporate America, and
Thank goodness
kind of
for y'all.
working with each other to kind of tap into exactly what that is, because sometimes it's a process reaching in a very concrete way what that, you have a dream or you have an idea,
Right.
but kind of that taking tangible form
Yes.
doesn't happen overnight, and I think it takes persistence of
Definitely.
I just remembered.
What?
It was,
I don't know what you were about to say, but go ahead.
so we did this over a lunch/drink situation
yeah.
in the middle of the day when we were both at our respective other law firms, and I was visiting New York. And I was on the laptop the entire time. But we were walking back, and you ran into this man.
I'm sorry, there's a man involved. What
I'm
happened?
trying to remember.
And
the
you were-
story.
She's like, it's sketchy. It's blurry. I don't.
Bring it.
And we were like, we have to figure out who this person was. You spent the next week, the full rest of the day, instead of doing work, Googling, trying to figure out who this person
Yo,
was.
He used to be work in politics.
Yeah, and it was this cryptic
Okay,
thing.
okay,
I just remembered that was the lunch where we started
that
it
was,
off.
yeah, that
Having
was
this.
really, yeah. If I had to a defining when
was
Sip and Sonder
Started,
it was that lunch. It was on a rooftop
with the
in New York
politician.
one day.
Okay.
Well, no, he wasn't part of the lunch.
Okay.
He was on the
I was
walk
just-
back
Oh, okay.
from the lunch.
There's
From the lunch.
specifics. Okay.
But
Yeah.
it really still, I just remember that story. That was
But no, you're
complete
right.
There's no relevance. There's no relevance at all with that story.
Until now. So shout out to you.
Shout out to
Whoever
to
you
that
are.
you. Shout out to you.
But he's part of the story.
You're part
I
of the
guess.
story, dude.
You're here now. You're here.
And here we are.
Welcome. And here we are.
Yes,
That's okay. So you guys met in New York. You had lunch, and you were like, I'm having this idea. So what made you want to bring it out here? Was this originally where you always wanted to have it? Was where you have it now in Inglewood, or was it like you wanted to start in New York, or how did you come out here?
So it started in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And what we first started as was really the LA Black Investors Club when we were organizing.
LA Black Investors Club.org.
I was about to say, I was like, give it again. LA, for the people in the
Check
back.
that out.
Check
LA
out
Black
that.
Investors Club on Instagram.
LA Black
Yes.
Investors Club. Let me write that
Yeah.
down.
Nonprofit.
I didn't bring a
501c3.
pen.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that. Okay, y'all
Yeah,
give it to
I'll
me,
throw
and
it.
I'll put
Yeah.
it
Put
in the
out
description
the-
below whenever I
Okay.
post
Yes.
it. Okay, so y'all will have that info.
So that kind of programming, so we work with entrepreneurs and have business pitch competitions, different panels, providing access to resources that are not typically found in the Black community.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that started in Brooklyn under Coffeepreneur, and I used to have these meetups in different coffee shops across Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
And bringing together like different entrepreneurs, artists, people like lawyers, business
That's
people, all this like in one room, and having that specifically in Bed-Stuy, where there was kind of a cultural uprising and also gentrification happening.
I was about to say, it had to have been some gentrification going on.
Oh yeah.
Because
And
it's
so
definitely
having
happening
that-
here, y'all.
Oh, it's
Exactly.
the exact. So like coming here and like having gone through that and seeing, you know, one coming out here and wanting to find our space in LA that was like kind of like our Brooklyn, or at least what Brooklyn was in LA, and you know, really starting to find that in Inglewood, and then seeing the same kinds of gentrification happening. And really like honing in on, okay, what were we thinking about doing when we were in Brooklyn, and like not really implementing, and seeing how impactful that could have been if we had started earlier. And being able to do that in Inglewood and having that support out of the community, and like just the feel in the area.
Y'all place was packed, okay? I was like, who is all of these people up in here? At the Sonder Gallery. Okay, come through, Sip and Sonder. Come through. I see y'all. What y'all doing out here? So, talk about a little bit about the obstacles that you guys, because I know it's been some obstacles to get, like, what have been, like, the highs and the low points of getting Sip and Sonder to fruition? Because I know. It's been a journey.
So, it's definitely a process. I mean,
everybody.
Literally every
every hour.
Like,
oh my goodness.
I mean, and even now, I mean, like, so, a big one, is just the construction process. Like, just so physically getting our space.
Yes.
Yeah.
To,
the brick and mortar part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Neither of us have been in a construction project bringing a brick and mortar to life. So that is just, everything about that, from working with contractors to all the different subcontractors and the city and the county and permitting and licensing and health and people and all of that. And I mean, everything that probably hit, like, could have gone wrong, or that you hear, like, things that can go wrong, and we've experienced, and not wrong, but like, the setbacks.
Yeah, I was about to say
we got to dust off and then you learn.
Dust your shoulders off. Oh, I know. I'm familiar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we are very focused on getting Black vendors, Black contractors, Black
Black
businesses, which is great.
I'm about to say, wait.
We start.
And we still do that. We still do.
That is like
very much part of what we do. Hugely important. But within that, and this is in anything, like, at some point it feels like, all right, everybody's family, and everybody's not family. Even if it's amongst us, and how I approach it, like I would outside of like family, like the Black community. I look at people and I look at everything about them, and maybe I slacked on that a bit because I was like, all right,
exactly. But you do though.
Like,
you want to keep it though. You want to give them the chance.
Yeah. But you also want excellence. You want to be paying value, for what you're getting and all of that.
Exactly. So do you feel like there's I don't want to say there's a shortage of excellence from that standpoint. I don't think that's what it is. No. But it's like, because I've been experiencing that too, though. It's like you really want to do, like, support Black-owned businesses, but there be, like, some instances where you'll be wanting to support a friend that has a retail store, and the sign says that they open at such and such a time, but you go there at that time and they not open. And you're like, okay, you know what? Maybe it's an off day. I'll, come back and give y'all another chance, and then you come back and it's the same thing. Yeah.
But that's I don't actually, like, any other country, like, you go outside of the United States.
Well, that's true.
To, like, South America, like, it is a cultural
very
thing, and that's not a negative thing. Except,
I think what Black businesses need more is, like, the support, and the support in terms of, like, helping Black business owners get to the level that they need to be. And that's one of the things.
Important.
And that's kind of like, so Sip and Sonder, exists, but the work that we do with the LA Black Investors Club specifically is getting to that, because, to your question, like, there's definitely not a lack of Black excellence. I mean,
yes, I agree.
We host the business pitch competition through the nonprofit every quarter, and I mean, people are out here being brilliant and have like such amazing ideas, and they're executing, but there's always space to like become better and get more efficient and more, fill in the blank. And I think that that's the support that we need in the community, and that we have to give each other, because the excellence is there, the ideas is there, all of that's existing. It's just like honing that.
Do you feel like it's a missing like infrastructure that we don't have, or foundation?
I personally think it's some accountability, and it's some it's the accountability and the execution, us all pushing each other to those levels. Because I think, with Black businesses, there are Black businesses we've worked with that have been in business before we was born. And when we come to them and we're asking for certain things, and that's not what they're used to, that kind of clientele, or somebody like asking for something, then they're like, whoa,
this too much.
So I think it's just like, it's just that pushing, like, we ask for something that's, beyond their level right now.
Right.
And, they may not be trying to give it.
What do you feel? Okay. So with that, so to go along with that, then, do you feel like Black business owners of former generations are different from like millennial Black business owners? And like, what differences do you see with former, or like businesses that have been in business forever, like a long time, like they traditions, they know what works and they stay in their lane, versus I feel like millennials are a little bit more, we take a little bit more risk, but we also have that sense of like, we understand that we need to collaborate and that nobody's an island and you have to work together in order to get where you're trying to go. And I kind of feel like that's the environment, or the atmosphere, or the community rather, that's being created at Sip and Sonder with the types of events that you guys are throwing right now. So what kinds of projects are you working on right now? Like, do you guys have any specific events where you like kind of want this to be like a staple, or is everything kind of like trial and error right now? Where are you guys at with end goals? Like, what are you wanting Sip and Sonder to be?
I mean, right now, everything's a trial and error until we try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I think we do have goals that we want to be staples. Like Sonder Gallery was our first kind of like, this is something we're doing.
Awesome.
Like,
y'all gotta let me know, man. I'm gonna join the list.
Join the list.
I'm gonna join the list, y'all.
Every Tuesday it goes out.
Every Tuesday, okay, all right. I'm gonna hop on that.
I think we are working to create those staples, and I don't think we're rushing to them by any means. I think it's
a large part of it is really understanding what's wanted and needed. Like, it's not up to us, the three of us, to say this is what needs to be happening, unless we hear that back from the community. Like, every single event that we have is based on feedback we've gotten from people wanting something in there. And everyone who walks through the door, and I think maybe we had this conversation of like, what do you want? Like, what is...
I'll tell you what I want at the end. I got you. I'm going to tell you, because I got an event coming up, and eventually I would like to see about having it at Sip and Sonder. So that's going to be at the end, though, y'all. Wait for the announcement section, okay?
Like, we have ideas of kind of like areas that are important for us to be, having programming in. So, like Sip and Sonder and like wellness, like Sip and Sonder and health, Sip and Sonder and, creativity. Sip and Sonder and like skills. So that we have like, so we have ideas and in each of those kind of, ideas of programming and what we can be doing. But to Shanine and Ashley's point, it really is, we fulfill a need.
Right.
And you can't fulfill a need if it doesn't exist. So
that's exactly.
And that, that's is important to us to kind of keep our ears,
to
tuned in. Exactly. So we know what people want.
Right. You gotta know. Right. Peep your ear to the streets.
Talking.
Okay. The streets is talking.
Open them doors.
This is not good.
Knocking.
Open the door.
Yeah, for real. But that's one thing, like, when I first came into, like, the space and I saw it, like, I was just like, this is what I've been waiting for, because with me and my business, of course I can work from home, but I just got tired of having to go to like Hollywood or like downtown for like a cross campus or WeWork, because I'm just like, why can't I find one that's in this area that's close? So for me, that's what that feels like, because it does feel a lot like a community workspace where I can just come in, sit down, and get some work done outside of my house that's not 20 to 30 minutes away, you know? So I appreciate what you guys have brought to the community, and I'm excited to just see what happens and how it continues to grow and like build, and just what all happens within the space, because it's so much that I see that could happen, but that's none of my business. That's none of my business. That's none of my business.
I'm over here like, what you mean?
Y'all don't know.
Mine is like for the community, for the culture.
Right. No, I got some. So we'll talk because I just got some good ideas, y'all. No, I will actually tell you. At the end, when I have my announcement about the event that I have going on, I really do think that it would be a great event to bring to Sip and Sonder. So it could still very much.
Excited to hear.
Yeah, it could very much still be a possibility.
All right,
to be continued. Wait a minute. Pause. Suspense. Yes, we got it. So, as you guys know, or if you don't know, because y'all haven't seen the show and you've never been on the show, so you don't know, the show is all about living your truth. And so I want to talk to you ladies, and I want to ask, do you feel like right now you're living your truth, or how do you practice living your truth?
Very interesting question, because we just had yesterday and today we just had a moment of finding out what our purpose and truths are.
Wow,
we picked up this book, me and Shanita, last night, where it went on our like birthday month or whatever, our birthday year when we were born, and just kind of giving us a guideline to what our purpose is. And we each read it.
Was this?
I know it's crazy.
Don't come on the show and don't tell me about it.
Our bad.
Product placement.
We brought something else in, but we ain't.
I know.
We ain't bring the.
Brought something else in.
This is crazy.
We brought it in.
Yeah, we did.
You brought. You came.
I mean, can we say? All right. We right. But yes, and so we each went through what that was, and I'll start with mine.
Yes, please.
I don't mind if anyone else minds sharing this. Okay, mine was the way of revelation, and that was, and the key point in that was for me, my purpose in life is to consistently figure out ways to be open with my feelings and my emotions, and speak those forward and speak those out, and not have these guards, and look for people to trust, and not just people to trust, but show the things that people that I trust see inside myself, but then to show them outwardly and to speak on them, and that's supposed to be my purpose in life.
That's supposed to be your purpose. Now, can you mind me asking what year you was born?
1989.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying, we in the same year.
I mean, we lit.
We're lit.
But like, yeah. So that was, and then so it was in June 1989. That was my situation. So that was my key focus and purpose, and how I move through life and everything that I do, and doing that.
Yeah. Mine was the realm of individualization. So it kind of went through this flow of going from like doing things based on other people to building community. Actually was a huge part of it, and kind of being a lead and creating that type of community space through like a passion project or business, and kind of still having others' expectations, and then moving from that area into really focusing inward, so kind of stepping away from that and going through that kind of flow. So it really felt right placed after reading that.
You're such a like gentle spirit. Oh my goodness. She's so like soft spoken. I love it. She makes me feel so calm. Like, oh my God. If I was getting like a massage or something, she would definitely be the one. Yes, in the background. Like,
okay, are you alright? Need a little more towel?
Close your eyes.
And open.
And open.
We're done.
Breathe.
Yoga.
And you can get off the table now.
Yoga was my thing. It was like my exercise of choice.
Yeah, yoga was the exercise of choice. Because it tells you what your health things were. Mine was like light to moderate
at the end.
exercise.
Light to moderate exercise.
I wasn't in that.
It was the other book.
Oh, it was the other book.
Oh my God. I feel like I know what book y'all talk about. Because I was like, I know that book.
Light to moderate exercise.
All right, Miss Lady. Your turn. Miss Amanda.
So,
James.
you know, so mine was the way of modulation. Modulation.
Okay. That's new.
Yeah, it was new to me too. So I think basically the idea being, when kind of what I took from that and relating to kind of who I think I am, what I know about myself, is kind of the tendency that, that I can have to be restless and kind of the desire to kind of always do more can lead to just kind of being in a restless state. And I think that, part of, living your truth, I think part of my living my truth is finding a way to kind of steady my energy and in every area of my life. Yeah. And in so doing, I think that will enable me to just be and exist. Yeah. Which is something that, it's been something, we're all kind of works in progress, right? Of course. So I think that, like we're talking about this particular exercise because I think that this is, something that we did between yesterday and today. Yeah. In an effort, I think, to kind of get to what you're, living your truth. Living your truth. And I think that I think that, we all, so whether it's, not saying like everyone go pick up this book and whatever it says, but I think that it's just the idea that like going through exercises and being proactive about constantly trying to tap into like, okay, so who you know yourself, but like who are you? Yeah. What are the things that drive you? What are the things that don't drive you? What are the things that you want to work on? What are the things that you didn't realize that you might want to work on? And kind of having that be that perpetual like self-evaluation. Yeah. And like and it's an ongoing process. So like this was something that's like, able to like do and kind of take from. And it's just a continual thing and be aware.
It was awareness.
Right? Yeah. Like, so
like I said,
that was the newest thing.
To how we all get to our higher being. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our higher being that isn't so much outside of ourselves. It's like that people see just for face value, but beyond that, what are you showing? That's what I took from mine. Is what are you showing? What are you showing? Beyond the face value for people to be like, he's funny, cool.
And it's important, we do these kind of things a lot because one of the things, Sip and Sonder, like for each of us, like being very in touch with just like who we are and our own spirituality and just all of that is something that's important to each of us individually. Yeah. And so, and that obviously is going to carry over into the kind of space that we're trying to create because that sets the tone, that sets the mood, it sets the vibe, it sets all of it.
I think it's,
so
I think it's important in anything, especially in public places and coffee shops specifically. I think it's important for Sip and Sonder because you come in contact with so many energies and people. There are so many people and so many things. People could be having a bad day. People could be really energetic to have this great news. So I think it is important for us as part of the space to bring that into the space of being like knowing yourself enough to be like, hey, listen, you need to put my headphones on. Because I can't have everyone's
and that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's living in your truth. I'm just gonna go ahead and zone out.
And I'm gonna zone out. Or I wanna be around amongst anything. So I'm gonna sit right here in front of this person that's like doing whatever they're doing.
Your soul needs different things at every moment. That could be different, night and day. But in this moment this is what it needs.
Exactly. And I would say, for me specifically, like I'm an empath, and for me, being around a lot of people can be draining because it's one thing of where as an empath you feel other people's energy and you feel it so intensely that like if there's somebody that's being overly negative or it's just like a lot of negative energy in the room, like it's completely draining for me. So I have to be very careful about the kinds of situations and environments that I place myself in. Exactly. The kind of people that I have around me. Like, honestly, it's crazy to think about the type of circle that I had around me last year versus the type of circle that I have around me today and right now. And I think that what's so funny is for the longest, like, I have always been like, I don't really, like, for some part of me always knew that, like, my demographic was going to be, like, black women and, like, spreading black girl magic around. But for the longest, like, I just ran from, I was like, nah, black women difficult, boy. Like, I can't, I don't know, they're so picky and bossy and But, like, my journey led me back to here, and, you know, we're having this conversation now, and it's just amazing to see what happens when you do that introspection and you do the work. And I think, I guess my next question would be, with you all being black female business owners, you know, what advice do you have for other women or other entrepreneurs that might want to get into the space, or maybe they're currently in the space and, you know, they're going through things also, or they want to get into the space? Like, what advice could you just give to the other fellow black queens around you about living your truth on your journey to success?
I'm kind of thinking like,
she's like, girl, I don't know.
You know, so it's much. Funny. I had a similar conversation with another black woman who just this past week, she, you know, really wants to start a business and, you know, has a bunch of ideas. But her, you know, the biggest thing that she communicated to me was just, there's just so much that she doesn't know, and she doesn't know how to begin. Right. And she's just overwhelmed with the thought of the process. Yeah. And I think that, so to that, you know, the biggest piece of advice, well, I don't know if the biggest, but one piece of advice that I'd have is, you know, you literally have to just kind of take that step into the unknown. Like, it's, if you don't know what you're doing and it seems like that's about right. Yeah. And like, you can't let that stop you, because I think that like this entire process, like neither of us, you know, any of us, the things that we've done, you know, in the past year, for example, like have not done before. Yeah. And like, here we are. And here you have to like trust in the process, which is, you know, it's like not tangible. And sometimes when, you know, you get, you know, intangible advice, you're kind of like, what am I supposed to do with that? Right. But it really is, you have to take that first leap. And I think, you know, what you can do tangibly is just really seek out, you know, people that have done, even if it's not in your direct field, as mentors, and really. You
guys have mentors?
You know, so I don't.
Really? See,
I don't.
Yeah.
That's what
I make everybody my mentor.
She's really good. But I don't, you know, but I mean, but I think that like that is something that like is, you know, like we're all available to be mentors, right? Yeah. And I mean, not even saying, like we said, we're still in the process and still have setbacks, and so it's not like, you know, we don't. I'm probably have 1% of answers for someone, but I think that it's just knowing that there is, I think we all, you know, us, to make ourselves available to each other, because I think that if we like, if something I don't know, like I'm gonna think about someone that I can like point them in the right direction. You know what I mean? It's all about that. It's all about that network. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
like my advice for that, like what I would have answered, if I will answer the question with, is say every single day what you want to everyone. Yeah.
Hold yourself accountable.
Like,
you never know.
Catch that.
There's accountability, but you have no idea who's going to be around. Like every single day, I make it a goal to say exactly what I want, and I say it to myself sometimes, and I say it to, you know, Ashley and I, and
remind, because you have to remind yourself.
You have to every day.
And like putting that energy out into the universe and like
it will
speaking it into existence. Like I very much believe in that, and like.
It's happened.
It's happened.
It's happened.
This is literally because we just speak it.
Like, from, hey, we don't know how to get coffee. Okay, well, such and such. Oh, you should meet Matthew because he's over here and he's doing
that. Was crazy.
It was just like
it was like on a street fair. Like, oh yeah,
the series of like
it was like somebody just like just a friend's event. Like, oh, we're just trying to figure this out. Oh, you should meet Matthew because he builds coffee shop.
You know, so there's that.
What?
That's a job.
What?
Who knew that was a job?
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
And who knew he was right behind us?
He was building coffee shops is a thing, y'all.
Buying incense from his girlfriend. Like, it was just like
sounds really good.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
There's some quote, and I'm like maybe gonna butcher it, but it's like something along the lines of like the universe conspires to make your dreams come true.
Yes,
and it really,
I love that.
Really true, and I think that what it requires from you is to, like Sinead was saying, to actually like claim that and put it out there and say it. Because the universe will literally conspire to have that happen.
And it may not look exactly to this. Sometimes it looks exactly to this T as you say it. But you, like, having that openness of, like, believing in what's happening then. So you say it, and whatever things are coming your way to make that go.
Yes.
Just go with it. Like,
just
I was
go with
trying
it
to, like, switch jobs for a while, and I was, like, applying for things and doing all this stuff, and I didn't get any of those jobs. And I was like, shit, like, sorry.
See what I did? You can totally curse on the show. It's fine.
We're going to keep it in our potty mouth.
But in retrospect,
totally curse on the show. It's fine.
In retrospect, if I had gotten any of those other things, it would have been...
You wouldn't be here.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be where you are. Exactly.
I mean, I'm going to say something that you just said, be open.
Yeah.
Just be open to whatever, like, just... speak it and then be open to what you're going to receive.
Yeah.
No matter how good or bad or what you may not want, it makes you uncomfortable. You don't really know. Just be open. Try it. If it don't work, you ain't got to do it.
Exactly.
Like, it is what it is. So just be open.
Live your life. Just live your truth,
life.
people.
Just wake up every day and like.
Okay.
And I mean, like, on a realistic tip, like, I knew if nothing else, and I had the privilege of, like, I can move back to my mom. So I can go to, you know, Baltimore, Maryland, and be like, hey, Mom.
Show up with your bag.
Which not everyone can do.
That.
Right.
And,
yeah.
you know, I recognize.
Yeah.
And so saying these things, it's a lot, you know, it's still a difficult thing to have to do that, but it's not that difficult. You know?
Right. Like, essentially, you're like, at the end of the day, y'all.
At the end of the day, you know, and that's not everybody's situation. But figuring out, even in those other types of situations, like, if you can find that comfort zone, if you can find that circle of people, like, then creating
I think
that
the tribe
comfort.
is so important. It's so important. Oh my goodness. You like, what are you doing?
She's like, this tribe is important. Let me go ahead. Let me pull out my tarot cards.
You're like, what's happening?
I knew we should have brought the book, y'all.
So, this is a game that I play with all of my guests called Mentally Stimulate Me. Ooh. Now, the version that we're going to play is called Thou Shalt Judge. So, the way that we do that is all of us will have multiple choice cards, A, B, C through D. So, pass it on down, pass it around. Right.
You seem a little apprehensive.
I know. She was like, I don't know. She's being real nervous about this.
She was like,
she said, I don't know about this.
This is not what they said.
She was like, I did not sign up for this.
I'm like, I don't know where we're going with this, but I'm leaning in.
You gotta let go.
Let go.
Be open. You gotta let go.
Modulate, girl. Modulate.
You gotta modulate, child. Okay, so for Thou Shalt Judge, what you're going to do is I'm going to give you guys the deck, and you have to pick 3 cards from it. Don't look at the cards.
Can we look at these?
You can look at those. Those are just A, B, C, D.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait a minute. You were like, oh.
Like,
all right, so you just pick any 3 that you want and then give them back to me. Okay. I will be the reader.
Okay.
So we're going to see how well you guys know each other. This is a different version than I've played.
Oh, you got to pick the cards?
So what you're going to do is I'm going to be... She picked the 3 cards. I'm going to be the reader. Okay? So what the object of the game... Right. She's like, damn, I fucked it up already.
I know. I'm like, I apologize.
No, but what you've got to do is you guys are going to pick one of each other and you are going to guess what that person's answer would be to the question. So, for instance, if I say whatever this one is, for instance, the first time your boo meets your child, they click instantly. During the goodbye hug, your boo kisses your child on the lips. What do you do? There's 4 right.
Sorry. Wait, I got questions.
Pause. So, you have 4... Right. I'm already like, girl, I ain't never read this question before.
I honestly know how to answer. I'm like,
who made that?
I don't know who the hell made this.
That's real disturbing.
What was they going through?
Hold up. That's okay. So I'm going to run it back.
We're in unison on...
We're in unison on what the fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
The first time your boo meets your child, they click instantly. Oh, that's great. During the goodbye hug, your boo kisses your child on the lips. What do? A, admire the beautiful moment. That is such a white person answer. Oh my goodness. B, pull your child away. C, nothing right then, but check your boo later. D, make your boo your ex-boo right there. Now, you all have to pick one of the other people and guess what their answer would be to this question. What do you think? How would they feel? I want to see how well y'all know each other. Y'all business partners. You gotta pick one of you, A, B, C, or D.
Oh, we gotta pick.
Yep, like, A, B, C, or D. Oh. So you choose one of your partners and figure out what their answer would be. What does their mind think like? That's what you have to do.
Okay. Well.
All right.
How we gonna choose? You choose.
I pick Amanda.
Okay. Yes. Do it that way.
I said B.
Which one was that?
That was the pull your child away.
So I know this is not the rules, but can it be a hybrid answer?
I agree.
Can it be a hybrid answer?
Because it's B and D. It's like give me my child and then you go off the head. It's like a 1-2.
Okay, what do we do first?
It's a 1-2. Like your child away and then pop off.
So clearly everybody.
It's a snap. So all three. We're all on you.
Everybody's
It's a B.
It's B and D.
Because you gotta take care.
It's a snatch your child because that's the child. And then
you gotta pull like get out. Get out.
It's a 1-2.
Get out.
I'm a child.
Okay.
It's like a 1-2 punch.
It's a B. Okay. It's a B and D, y'all. So everybody.
Final answer.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say that all of y'all get a point because you all had the same answer, so there technically was no wrong answer. Okay? All right. Everybody got a point. Everybody got a point.
How many we got?
You got best of 3.
All right.
Round 2. Now you all have to choose one individual and guess that person's answer. If you get it wrong, you don't get a point. If you get it right, you get a point. Okay. Round 2. Bae comes home excited about a new car that she or he paid $50 for because the elderly lady selling it thought the paperwork said $5,000.
Can't trust them.
What are you doing? A, asking for a test drive. B, telling Bae to return the car. C, breaking up with Bae. Or D, going to see what else the lady is selling. I like that one. Don't tell nobody.
Read real quick. Run it back.
Can I pick Shanita?
You can pick Shanita. Shanita.
I think it's D.
She gonna go see what else.
It's D. Because Shanita love a deal.
She love a deal.
Afterwards, on the way, she might be like, "Oh yeah, you're right." But let's just go see.
I almost make people live.
Okay, so Amanda got a point. Yeah. Okay.
I need to hear the run backs again.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just going.
So the answers are A, asking for a test drive. B, telling Bae to return the car. C, breaking up with Bae. Or D, going to see what else the lady's selling. So you got to do Amanda.
I'm gonna do Amanda. Yeah. I'm gonna do Amanda. As for test drive.
This is interesting.
This is hard.
For all the marbles.
You still got I'm going to say she's going to ask for a test drive. What is it, A? I'm going to say she's going to ask for a test drive.
I would tell him to bring it back.
You would tell him to bring it back? Oh, Ashley Miss doesn't get a point. It's true.
I love the elderly.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I do. I swear. But also, like, you're a scammer.
Right. I thought you'd at least ask for a test drive and be like, nah, yo, you scammed it.
Yeah. Now we're going to take it back.
Yeah. I thought at least you start there.
Okay. Well, let's see.
So, I know, again, this wasn't a choice, but I would like to believe I wouldn't be with someone that would scam an old lady.
Here we go. Now we going.
You know, I always try to.
We going way deeper.
I can't go by the rules.
No. Okay. We're moving on. Okay. All right, y'all.
Is it really a scam?
I mean, it's like, but you just said, well, that's the facts that we don't have. We're also, okay, sorry.
Okay, I don't got time. Next, Ash, yes.
And
what do you think?
B.
And what did you choose? She's like, I don't even remember. B was telling Bay to return the car.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I know you. I know you.
She's like, don't pick that.
All right, y'all. See, we running out of time. We got announcements and stuff. I know you gonna come back. They gonna come back on the show. They gonna come back on the show. We gonna play again.
Stimulate me.
All right, y'all. This is good, right? It's a real interesting party game and everything.
Where's these cards from?
All right, y'all. I'll tell you after the show. I'm gonna tell you after the show. So, real quick, ladies, how can we keep in touch with you? What are your handles on social media so we can find you?
So you can find us at Sip and Sonder. That's SIPANDSONDER. That is all of our handles. You can also go on www.sipandsonder.com, same spelling, and check into our MailChimp and sign up for our email list.
Which I'm going to do.
You will find all of the things that we have going on. It is always on our socials. It is always on our Facebook events. It's very simple to find us, actually.
Sip and Sonder, everything. Yeah. Exactly.
Everything. Sip and Sonder, everything. Oh, yeah. To email.
Yes. Yeah. You guys have any events coming up?
Yes. We have
a few in March. On March 15th is a fireside chat with Anna Barber and Sky Kelly with Techstars 500. So if people are interested in getting into incubators or accelerator programs, it's the managing director and a current company, a Black-owned company that has been getting a lot of attention as of late. So we'll be fireside chatting on March 24th. We're having an outside third-party event. Vendor? Is that the vendor?
No, that's the 31st.
No, but the jewelry.
Oh, yes. Vendor. March 24th is a jewelry. We have a vendor coming in with a jewelry launch. And we'll share information about that.
March 28th, that Thursday, we'll be having a panel to talk about cryptocurrency.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that segues perfectly into my event. Okay. Thank you for the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be also having my first event. It's going to be a Bitcoin brunch. And again, this is for anybody that's interested in getting a basic framework and knowledge of cryptocurrency, and you're just going to get the basic foundational level knowledge because we want people to be able to start investing in cryptocurrency. But my event specifically and what my company is geared towards is bridging that gap between women of color and cryptocurrency. So there will be a lot of good information, and honey, what Black woman don't love a brunch? Okay, it's gonna be real cute. It's gonna be March 31st. So I will give you ladies the link, and I will give you the information. So I would love, for you all to come out, and if you guys have panelists or anything like that, that are going to, of course, be at yours, girl, slide on my way. Let me know.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk offline.
We're
gonna talk offline, y'all. Definitely. Awesome. But ladies, thank you so much for coming through tonight. They're amazing. Go check out their coffee shop. It is off of Market and
Queen. Between Manchester.
Was that on purpose? You did it. Okay. I see you.
108 South Market Street, guys.
It's Friday.
108 South Market Street.
Go see them. Go check out their coffee shop. It's amazing. And remember, y'all, always be lit.
Yeah.
And on that, we out.